Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Okay, so I want to quickly tell you guys the story time of the lady that I encountered, who I later on found out that she's actually a devil worshipper, and she had plans for my life. She had actually, it's so crazy, but I'm just like, my God is a good God. God sees things, and he will move things and put people in place just to like protect you. There's a TikTok that I saw last time. This lady was talking about how her daughter is so scared of spiders, but there was one time she walked into the bathroom and there was a huge spider in the bathroom, and the daughter was sleeping, and she killed the spider and like literally like shooed it with her shoe, like just got it out of the house. And later on, the Lord had said to her, "This is how I also am as your father. There are dangerous things that are among you, and dangerous people, and things that could harm you, and plans of the enemy that I see, and I kill, and I take them out of your presence without you even knowing." And I was just like, what? And that is what happened with me, So I'm going to tell you guys the story. Let me see. I'm going to give myself 30 minutes. So, as I said in the video where I talk about my testimony, right? Because a lot of you guys watched that video, and that is why you requested for this. So I was sort of like mad with God for a while, and I wasn't going to church. So the Lord had spoke to my partner about going to church. In fact, the reverend of the church that we go to actually spoke to my partner and said, "You need to come to church," and all of that. And my partner started going to church. They had their own, he spoke to him, right? I'm not going to talk about that because that has nothing to do with me, but he started going to that church and being obedient to the Lord's word. And so I was just like, that is cool. I'm still in my mad moment or whatever. I don't know what I was thinking, I'm just so dramatic. But my partner starts going to church, and at Chosen World we have like Friday nights. Guys, it is amazing. Like, if you want to come to my church, please come. Like, you're just gonna come pray. Like, we just pray like from 10 to like 2 or 4 or what. We just praying. If you just want to pray and you don't find time to pray, and you live in like Mall of the South Side and stuff, just come to my church. Like, just comment, I'll give you the address, and just come through and just pray and go. You don't even have to join the church, but just come and pray, So he would go to prayer every single Friday, and I would just stay at home with my son. And then he will come back around 4 and come back around 3. And I would stay up because I would have this interest. Like, tell me what happened at church. Tell me what you guys were preaching about and all of that. It was so cool. But I was still like, I'm not going to church, So, one day, it was on a Friday night. My partner goes to church and he gives me 200 rands. And he says to me, I should buy chicken licken. He loves chicken licken, so he was like, I should buy chicken licken, and then when he comes back from church at 3 or 2 or 4 or whatever, then he will eat when he comes back. And I was like, cool. So I ordered the food, and what I had ordered was a little bit more than 200 rand, maybe like 205, 210 or something. And he had just given me like a 200 rand note. So I paid with my card and kept the note, right? Because it wasn't enough money. So it's me and my son and my partner's mom at the house. I'm just doing my own thing in the bedroom, and my son is playing with his grandmother in the living room. They're watching TV or something. And so I order on Uber Eats and I buy chicken licken. And as I'm just chilling, I see the notification that my order is on its way. And then all of a sudden it says my order has been delivered. And I'm like, no, I didn't pick up anything. So I leave the bedroom and I go to my partner's mom, and I was like, Ma, did you pick up the order? And she was like, no, nobody arrived here, So she says, let me go check outside, like let me go check by the security there, because when you come in, you know how they have to like punch in, and then you open for them, and then they come to your unit, and then you give them the code to go out. So that was supposed to happen, but that didn't happen. And so we were thinking maybe he just left it with the security at the gate for whatever reason. But she goes, and then when she comes back, she's like, the lady at number so and so took the order. And I was like, no, but that is our food. So she was like, no, it's fine, we can just order again. She's such a sweet lady. Like, my partner's mom is so sweet. Like, she doesn't even like conflict and stuff. She's so quiet. She's like, no, we can order again or whatever. And then I'm like, no, but that is our food. So I put on her shoes, and then I go downstairs Oh, before I even went, as I see the notification that your order has been delivered, and I go and complain, right? Like, no, missing order. I think there's a thing about missing, my order didn't arrive or something like that. And so I explain that, no, this thing says that my order arrived and it didn't arrive. So I just submitted the query or the complaint or whatever. And then I put on my partner's mom's shoes, and then I go to the ladies' unit and I knock on her door and I'm like, hi, ma'am, you took my food. And she was like, oh, and she had already started eating it, by the way. And she's like, no, I mean, I also ordered chicken licken, and this is mine. And I'm like, I show her my phone, like, this is what I ordered this exact meal and stuff. And I asked her, did you order this? And she was like, no, mine comes with a drink and all of that. And I was like, but this one doesn't come with a drink, it's just meat. I think I just bought a whole lot of wings, right, and fries. So I was like to her, but this doesn't have a drink. And I showed her, like, this is what I ordered, I don't even know if she really had an order, because I didn't check her phone. She didn't even show me her phone. I don't know what was going on. So I was like, ma'am, like, that is actually my food and I want it back. And she's like, no, I've already started eating it. She's refusing, She's like, no, I've already started eating the food. So how about I give you money and then you can reorder? And I was like, no, don't worry about it, because it's a lot of meat. You can just keep what you've eaten. You can even take more, but give me back the food, And we literally have this, she's coming up with ideas, and I'm like, ma'am, I want my food back. Can I please have that food? And I'm saying it's fine, because she's like, no, I've eaten it though, I've touched it, and I'm like, it's fine, I don't mind. It's a lot of meat, I can even give you more, but just give it back. But eventually she gives me the food, and then I take it. I give her some pieces, like, then I take it and then I wrap it up and I go back to the house, right? So when I get to the house, I tell my partner, and my partner's mom, I'm like, hey, this lady, she already started eating the food and she was refusing. She was even trying to give me money, what. But anyway, I go about my life, basically, like, well, the day. And a few minutes later, I get the notification again that my second order is coming, because I had complained. I guess that's what they do. Like, when you complain, then they bring another order, and I'm like, oh, yikes, So I go down again and I go to like the security gate. Like, I go all around and I go to the security gate, and then I collect the replacement order, right? On my way back, I come across this lady again, and she's like, so isn't that mine now, because you took that one? So isn't that mine? And I'm like, no, actually, this is also mine, because I complained and they gave me another order, the exact same order, right? And then I remember I even put the order, because chicken licken, they wrap up the thing, like, they wrap it up, and I don't know why they do that. Sometimes they don't just give it to you like the food with the plastic. They wrap the plastic. So I had to put it down and unwrap it and then open it and show her that it's the exact same order. It's still mine. I complained, right? So it's still mine. So then I go back to the house and I go about my life, right? My partner comes back at like 3, 4, whatever time he comes back, and I'm like, yo, babe, you not believe what happened. So this lady at unit number what. So I tell him what happened, and it's just like, it's so crazy, like, well, at least you got it back, and on top of that, like, you had more and all of those things. And we just talk about it and we go about our lives, basically. A while later, the man of God we call him now the man of God at the gate. So the security guard at my partner's estate, he's actually a prophet, and we didn't know, right? But my partner, because he likes engaging with everybody, like, that man of God at the gate does not work there anymore. Like, their contract house, so their company got fired. But we still engage with him. Like, we still go to church with him sometimes, and we still talk, and my partner meets up with him and they talk about the word and they study the Bible together and stuff. But he doesn't work there anymore. We don't see him, But that man comes into our lives like literally a blessing, right? And my partner starts befriending him. So every single time, like, I would literally wake up at like 2, 3, not on Fridays, maybe even weekends, like Saturday, Sundays, and my partner is not there. And I know when he's not there, he's down at the security guard room. He calls it the guard room. Sometimes I would even go with him and our little son to the guard room, and we just chill with the security guard, and he will teach us about the word and things like that. We didn't know he was a prophet, but we later on found out he's a prophet, and he even started prophesying to us and spoke to me directly. Well, spoke to my partner about me, like, your wife this, your wife that, what, and all of those things. But anyway, they start talking, they forging this relationship, and the man of God tells him there's something like this that happened one time. Your wife, he says wife, you know, he doesn't say, my partner and I are not married, but then that is the words that he uses. He was like, your wife had an encounter with this lady at unit number what. That lady is actually like dark and demonic, and they you know, because the Lord showed him what she was doing. And he would see like funny things in the estate because he was the security guard, and he actually only worked like night shift. So he would, when he's doing his rounds and patrolling and stuff, he would be walking around and praying, go the estate. You know, sometimes you are covered and you don't even know that you are covered. You don't know that the person that's the security guard at your estate is actually a Christian, and as they walk, they speaking the blood of Jesus and pleading the blood of Jesus, and they commanding demons to leave the estate, and you are just there sleeping. You don't even know that you are blessed because of that security guard. You just don't know. Like, God will place his people wherever he wants, even for your sake, and you don't even know, you know. So he tells my partner there's something like this and this and this and this and this that happened, and my partner is like, oh yeah, that happened a while ago, but I was at church. So when I came back, she told me that she had this little thing with the misunderstanding with chicken licking with the woman at unit what, you know. And that prophet is like, no, actually the Lord showed me in the spirit what was actually going on. So this woman, and she was like, I think if she's not Nigerian, and she's not a, well, I keep saying woman out of respect, like, she's young. She's probably like, if not my age, she's maybe like 2 years older or even younger than me. Like, she's like youth, you know. And she would always do funny things. The thing is, Rona, we mind our own business. Like, we would see all of these girls coming into their house and all of these men coming into the house, and you know, it's just so like different men and different young girls, like just weird things. And we just thought to ourselves, you know, like maybe they partying, or those are her friends, or I don't know, she maybe runs like a modeling agency, you know. You don't think ill of people. But it's questionable how there would be so many different old men coming into her house, like that house, and small girls coming in there, and they look funny, like they wear like skimpy. It was just crazy to see. But anyway, I've always known, and she had this thing of wanting to play with my son, which my son is very cute, and I allow people to like engage with him, but I always felt a bit uncomfortable with her, and I didn't really know why. Like, she would sort of like call my son, and you know, almost as if she's whispering kind of thing, and I didn't like that. Like, usually people come to me like, oh my gosh, your daughter is so cute. I'm like, it's a boy, you know. Things like that. But she kind of like, she's trying to lure him in or whatever, and I didn't like that. But anyway, this man of God explains to my partner, no, this woman, this is what she does. She does like funny things, and he actually eventually explained to my partner why those old men come there and all these young girls come there, and what they do and what she does and all of those things. I'm not going to talk about that, but he later on explained what she does, and she's like American. Well, she has an American accent, but she's like Zimbabwean or Nigerian, that woman. But she lived in, because you can hear them when they're partying and all of that. You can hear from them talking, or sometimes they're up at the pool and they're making noise with all of those girls and stuff. Like, she has this American accent, and she would do just funny things. Sometimes she would just sleep on the little like on the veranda. Like she would just take a blanket and sleep. She would just do funny things, man, now that I think about it. But because you don't judge people and you don't think too much into things. But anyway, so the man of God explains that in the spirit, this woman, she targets girls, right? And when she sees, she's a devil worshiper. Her assignments are women who are blessed and who have, what do you like, their destiny is good or whatever. So she takes their blessings and she uses it, and maybe to like enrich men or whatever. You know, these demonic things that happen, like, you know, sometimes these rich men would have like snakes and funny things that they have in their cars, and when as a woman you go in their car or whatever, then they do funny things, man. You know, all these demonic things where they say somebody steals your luck or they steal your destiny and things like that. So that's what she would do. Like take the destiny of these girls, I think, and then sell them to those rich men or whatever, things like that. So I was also supposed to be part of those girls, and how she was gonna take, the man of God called it a switch of fortune, a switch of fortunes. So she was meant to take my food that I paid with, and remember I said my partner gave me money, but that money, it was not enough, so I paid with my own card and kept his cash. So she was supposed to take the food and eat it, and as she was eating the food, that is how she was going to be eating the works, like the work of my hands. You know, guys, it's very spiritual, so if you're not spiritual, you're not going to understand. So her eating that food was going to be her eating my blessings and eating everything that the Lord has meant for me, right? So it was going to be like a switch of fortune. That's why the man of God says switch of fortune. Like what is mine was going to become hers, and what is hers was going to become mine, you know. So now the man of God asked my partner, like, what happened? What ended up happening? So he explains, like, no, like this one has like a mad attitude. So she put on the shoes and went to her house and said, I want my things back. Give me the food. And this woman was like, no, I'll give you money so you can go buy it for yourself. But I refused. I was just like, ma'am, just give it to me as it is. It's fine. You ate some of it. It's fine. But just give me back the food. Like, I was so adamant. Like, give me back my food. You know, I think the Lord just put it in me to be that aggressive. Like, and it's just food, guys. It's just food. As Christians, we share. And that is why I was like, you can even take some more pieces. But it's a lot of meat, bro. Like, just give it back. And I didn't know that me complaining would, like me saying the food didn't arrive, would get me another order. I didn't know that. So I was just like, we need to eat. And my partner is at church. When he comes back, he's going to be hungry. So whatever you have left that you haven't touched, give it back. So my partner explains to the man of God that no, she didn't take her money. She took the food. That woman had already started eating it, but then she took the food. And the man of God was like, oh, we thank the Lord. And then my partner tells him, actually, she got the same order again. Like she complained, and then they brought in another order. So the man of God explained what happened in the spirit, that she was supposed to eat, her eating my order would have been, and mind you, it's a blessing that my partner's mom went and saw the lady pass with the chicken leg. You know, I don't think we would have known that it's her. And I don't think we would have known to go to her house to get, because we wouldn't have known who took the food, if you get what I'm saying. So my partner's mom saw that it's her, and she just came back to the house and said, it's the lady at unit, you know. So I went there, like, give me back my food. So the man of God explained that she was actually supposed to eat all of that food, and in her eating the food in the spirit, it would have been her devouring everything that's a blessing that the Lord had for me. Like all of, people call it luck, but I don't believe in luck. All of my blessings and everything that has my name on it, she would have literally taken it, right? And it's good that I didn't take her money and go and buy more food, because it's still it would have been her money. So the same thing would have continued happening, because she would have eaten that food. When I tell you that lady was chowing, she had chowed the food, like she was chowing it, like, and it makes sense that she was on a mission, because she was chowing the food. Before she even got to her house, the man of God was saying she started eating the food from the gate. She didn't even wait to get to the house. She was on a mission, that woman. And ever since that happened and I prayed against it, she left. Like, I've never seen her ever again. I think it's been a while now. Like, I haven't seen that lady in that house. I don't know where she went. But that mission failed, basically, because yes, she ate some of it. But then it also happened that I got a double portion. So whatever she ate, that second order that came in replaced it. In fact, I had more now, right? So God is like, yes, you ate some of that, but now I'm going to give her a double portion. So I'm not going to give her, like, I'm not only going to replace and restore what you took, but I'm going to give her more. So the man of God was explaining that we are blessed, and that was just one of the things that was happening in the spirit, that I wasn't aware of. I had no idea. And that, knowing that, so the enemy is trying to attack me. And I'm just here. I'm just living my life. I'm mad at God. You know, some of the things I do, guys, I'm so dramatic. Sometimes I'm like, God, I'm so sorry. Like, I think I let it go too far. I'm like, so the devil is trying me. So he was planning to destroy my life. And me, I wasn't doing anything. And I was like, ever since that day, the second all-night prayer, I was like, I'm going with you. We took our son till this day. Like, my son also goes when we go to church. Like, he bothers us when we go to church. But there's like a room where all the children sleep. And I'm always there with one of the mummies there. And some of the mummies, like her and I, me and Sister Faith have like the two children who are the same age, who are just running around the church. Everybody else's children, they listen, and I think because they are like a lot older, but our children are just doing their own thing. So most of the time we are in that children's ministry room just trying to get them to sleep. When they sleep, then we go out and pray with everybody, and then they come out crying, and then we must go back. You know, it's crazy. But I'm like, I'm going to church. I'm gonna pray. The devil is trying me. I'm gonna pray and come against every single thing that he's planning for my life. And ever since then, I go to all night pray. I get so excited every single Friday, like I'm going to church. Like when I wake up in the, you know, people who say when I wake up in the morning, like the devil is like scared that I'm up and things like that. Is me. I'm like, so I'm chilling. I'm doing my own thing. I'm not bothering nobody. So you're gonna come for my life? Come here. It's on. So that's one of the things that happened with the devil worshiper lady. And I don't know where she went. I prayed against it. God knew what the plan was. And thank God for that man of God at the gate, that he saw that, and he explained to because my partner came to me like, yo, babe, do you remember that lady that took your food? This is what the man of God said at the gate. Like, it wasn't just like a worldly like back and forth about chicken licking. It was a spiritual thing. And I was like, yo, are you serious? You know, the things of God just amazes us. Like, are you serious? And we just talk about it like, yeah, bro, like, that is what she was trying to do. That woman is a devil worshiper, what. And this is what she does. Now it makes sense why we have all of these men coming in the estate, and why all these young girls are here, like random young girls every single time. Like, just young girls, bruh. Like, and you're thinking to yourself, what's going on? You know, but then the world is very filthy and funny. Some things they're like shocks, but they don't really shock us, because we just like, hey, people are just doing their own thing. But yeah, that is the encounter that I had with that lady. I didn't even know. No, I didn't know. I think after I found out, I think I saw her once. I think I saw her one time when she was laying there. In fact, my partner's mom and I we were laughing about it. Like, she's the one that saw her. Like, that lady at unit, what? She's sleeping there on the couch. I mean, on the veranda. Like, literally on the tiles. Like, outside. With a big blanket. Like, sleep on your bed. Sleep on it wasn't even, it didn't make sense. It doesn't make sense why you would sleep on a cold floor with a big blanket, sleep on your bed. You know, like I don't know, but that time I had started praying. Like I was praying. I was like, oh, so this is what you were gonna do with my life. So when are you were sent to come and attack me? Because look, if people are voluntarily giving away their blessings, or they looking for blessings and stuff, and they find women like her who end up stealing their destinies and all of those things, you shouldn't even be there. But I'm just like living my life. I'm with my son, and I just come here every weekend, and you think you're gonna now make me a target? We're not gonna do that. So I started praying. Once I found out the truth, I started praying about it. And yeah, she left. I haven't seen her ever since. Like ever. Okay, guys, that's the story. I think I said 30 minutes. We're almost there. So that's the story with the devil worshipper lady. Nothing hectic, but I'm just saying, be very, very sensitive in the spirit, that you can encounter anyone. You don't know what their plans are for your life. You really don't know. God has plans for your life. The enemy has plans for your life. You need to make sure that you're walking in the will of God and go with the plans of God, right? Because they are to prosper you and to make you a great nation and to bless you. And through you being blessed, other people will be blessed as well. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Yeah, tell me what you guys want to see down below, and I will do it. Like I'm here for you guys. If you guys tell me you want me to cook, I'm gonna cook. Y'all tell me you want me to see me clean, I'm cleaning. I'm gonna clean. Somebody said I must make such videos where I'm cleaning my apartment, and my apartment is a mess right now, guys. I need my helper back. I just can't afford her right now. I need more money. But yeah, be blessed. The Lord loves you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.